Hi, what's poppin'? It's your boy Big Rich, Queens, New York City, where we get busy. Holiday season in full effect, but business always continues. Ladies and gentlemen, come on in, wipe your feet on the rug, throw some smoke in the atmosphere. I just threw some pink dolphin runts in the air. Amazing. Heavy indica. That's how we're getting down for the holidays. Let's get right into business. First of all, let's thank Luigi Mealy from LTC Nutrition. DM him. Email him. Health is wealth. The new year is upon us. Make some changes in your life. You're going to be better off. This next story coming out of Costa Nostra News by my man Ed Scarpo. Salute to you, sir, and happy holidays. A little blast from the past, shall we? The Mob's Underground Railroad. How Ali Boy Persico survived on the lam for 7 years. In 1987, reputed Colombo boss Carmine Persico knew, short of his lawyers one day cooking up a miracle, he would in all likelihood be spending the rest of his life in prison. He had been convicted in 2 separate trials, the Mafia Commission trial and a separate racketeering trial involving the Colombo family's operations. Of course, we know that Persico died in 2019 at the age of 85 after serving 32 years of that 136-year prison sentence following his 2 convictions. Rest in peace. The cases were separate but overlapped, the common denominator being FBI's surveillance recordings of Colombo soldier Ralph Scopo's conversations, which alerted the feds to the initial evidence that would help them build the commission case. Scapo was the bagman in a large-scale ongoing racket involving shaking down concrete contractors at major construction projects. As the president of the Cement and Concrete Workers District Council of Laborers International Union of North America from 1977 to April 1985, Scapo used his position to extort money from cement contractors in New York in return for large construction contracts and labor peace. Contracts between $2 million and $15 million were reserved for contractors who belonged to the Mafia Commission Selected Concrete Club. In return for membership in the club, the contractors gave the commission a kickback worth 2% of the contract's value. Carmine's first choice for acting boss to supervise the family in his absence was his older brother Alphonse, the original Ali Boy. But when Carmine went away following one of his 1970 convictions, his brother's reign lasted only a few months. Ali Boy, who was officially the crime's family underboss, landed to avoid a potentially long prison sentence for a 1980 extortion conviction. Specifically, Ali Boy Persico was convicted on May 1, 1980 of using force and its threat to collect $10,000, which he lent at a weekly interest of 2%. He was facing 60 years for the loan sharking conviction. He was on the run for 7 years. He vanished on June 23, 1980, avoiding the pre-sentencing hearing before Chief Judge J.B. Weinstein in Federal District Court in Brooklyn. The New York Times later reported that by failing to appear for the pre-sentencing hearing in June of 1980, he forfeited $250,000 in bail. It meant that the homes of Mr. Persico and his brother Carmine in the Dyker Heights section of Brooklyn became government property. How they caught him. Federal law enforcement officials finally focused their search and combed Connecticut's DMV databases, locating 2 of Persico's aliases. They also heard from tipsters, a desgraciado. He was in West Hartford. Carrying photographs of Persico, deputy marshals canvassed West Hartford and found several people who they thought recognized the fugitive wise guy. Persico was arrested alone while cooking sauce in November of 1987 at around 5:30 p.m. by the 7 deputy United States Marshals at an apartment building in West Hartford. Ali Boy had around $7,000 in cash when he was taken into custody, finally facing the music. In December of 1987, Ali Boy was sentenced to 25 years in prison. He died of cancer of the larynx at age 61 in September of 1989 at the Medical Center for Federal Prisoners in Springfield. As for how Ali Boy survived on the lam, Persico alleged he only had $60,000 on him when he skipped out, plus his aliases, Al Longo and Anthony Perry. He reportedly posed as a retired accountant and or rug dealer. According to a probation department memo, which was confirmed by Edward McDonald, the chief of Brooklyn's organized crime strike force, said that Ali Boy had found refuge via the Patriarca crime family's Underground Railroad, which had supplied him with funds and phony identification papers. Among his many roles, William Billy the Wildman Grasso ran a sanctuary for fugitive wise guys and associates in the 1980s. When Ali Boy Persico went on the lam, he lived for years under Grasso's protection in a West Hartford apartment. Hartford newspapers reported in 2014. So first of all, I want to salute Ed Scarpo for this really cool story. Luigi Mealy for sponsoring today's video. Mob Story Season 3. Happy holidays. Let me know what you're smoking on. Like I said, Pink Dolphin Runts. Let me know what city you're smoking in. Big Rich, like, comment, share, subscribe. And for those of you that like to wake and bake in the morning, make sure you check us out for the Waking Up with Ruckus show in the morning, where we drink some nice espresso, throw some smoke in the air, and talk some crazy shit. Salute.